Hey readers, it's Mr. Marshall here at Stony Lane. I want to talk to you because I know you've been spending a lot of time reading books, just right books, right? Books that make you feel smart like a reader, like you're able to get the words right and you're able to understand what's going on inside the book, right? But sometimes what happens is when we're reading those books, that where we know most of the words, there are some words that we don't know, right? Does that happen to you? It happens to me. Something that we have to do when we find words like that don't make sense to us is we try to think of what's going on inside this book and what word would make sense. What word would make it sound like I'm learning, right? Or I'm thinking, right? It's not going to be a silly word that makes me think that makes no sense, right? Or I'm kind of not understanding that. So what we want to do is we want to think, well, what word makes sense here? We're going to think about the letters. We're going to think about what we know about the book already, and we're going to think what word makes sense. So watch, right? So here's a book called Ladybugs, and this is a book that's about ladybugs. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of this book, and then I'm going to get to a word where we're not going to know what it is. Are you ready? Ladybug, ladybug, how do you do? Ladybug, ladybug, show me your wings. Look at that. See how the ladybug is showing you its wings? Ladybug, ladybug, show me your legs. Look at that. There's some fun facts here. We're going to get back and read that later. All right, another time. Ladybug, ladybug, show me your legs. So it sounds like there's a pattern here, right? And the pattern can help us, but it's not going to help us do everything, right? Ladybug, ladybug, show it's the pattern. You see the pattern? Show me your spots. Look at that. Look at all the spots on that ladybug. Ladybug, ladybug, show me your colors. Because we have a red ladybug and a yellow ladybug. So far we're using the pattern to help us, right? But I think the pattern is going to change now. Ready? Ready for the change? It says, Ladybug, ladybug, what do you eat? What do you eat? And look, the ladybug's eating stuff. Ladybug, ladybug, who wants to eat you? Uh-oh, you know who wants to eat it, right? Big frog, right? Hmm. Now let's think about words that we may not know, right? Ladybug, ladybug, lay eggs on a leaf. Got that one. Ladybug, ladybug, your eggs will soon something. Well, I covered up that word because I'm pretending that's a word that I don't know. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about what word would make sense there, right? Ladybug, ladybugs, your ladybug, ladybug, your eggs will soon something. Well, what do eggs do? They roll. That doesn't look like that. It's probably not that. Ladybugs, ladybug, ladybug, your eggs will soon. What else do eggs do? Let's look at the first letter. H. Ladybug, ladybug, your eggs will soon. Well, what do eggs do that starts with a H? Your eggs will soon hatch. Let's see if that's right. Ladybug, ladybug, your eggs will soon. Let's try to see if it works. Hatch. That's right. Do you see the sounds make sense? The sounds make sense. And the story makes sense too, because eggs really do hatch, right? Let's look at this next one. It says ladybug, ladybug, keep warm in the something. Keep warm in the something. So what's something that makes sense? Keep warm in the leaf, because it's on the leaf, but that doesn't make sense because it just doesn't make sense. Keep warm in the um keep warm in the forest. No, because it's always in the forest, right? Let's see. Let's think about the letters here. I can read the first chunk of this word. Ready? Ladybug, ladybug, keep warm in the wind. Keep warm in the warm in the winning, right? Winning. Because winning starts with win, right? But does that make sense? Do ladybugs need to keep warm in the winning? That doesn't make sense, right? Where do ladybugs need to keep warm? In the win. What's a word that starts with win where you have to keep warm? You know it, don't you? You know it, right? Say it really loud now. Say it really loud now. Ready? That's right, winter. Ladybug, ladybug, keep warm in the winter. Because that's when ladybugs need to keep warm in the winter. Right? Let's see if the letters make sense. Ladybug, ladybug, keep warm in the winter. That's right, it was the winter. Okay, so we could keep reading this book, but I think you get what we're doing, right? You get what we're doing. We're looking at the words that we don't know, and we're trying to think about the letters in the words, and we're trying to think of everything we know about the book and think, well, what would make sense there, right? That's a great strategy to use, right? It's not just guessing any word that we know, it's not just guessing about the picture, it's about guessing everything we know about the book, about the letters, and then we're trying to think, does it make sense? Winter made sense, didn't it? Okay, so anytime that you're reading a book and you come across a word that you just can't figure out just like that, you can do what we did today. You can look at the word and look at the parts of the word and think about everything you know about this story and think about, well, what would make sense here? And then think about what word that could be. All right? Why don't you try that out? And I'll see you next time.